Hello everybody and welcome back to Riverview. Welcome back to Farming Simulator, except tonight. Well, tonight we're running 1.4. A new update has dropped for Farm Sim 25. Lots of updates, lots of fixes. A few new things have been added to the game as well. We're also trying out a new eye tracker, head tracker, and I think I need to adjust some settings because trying to read chat and trying to just look at other things, I got the camera moving all over the place. And I don't know if I like it. Traffic. There we go. Let's fix that problem. Fix that problem right now. But you know, when you want to look over the mini map, well, then everything just moves, right? So I just need to dial some things back. Turn the sensitivity down a little bit. But it is nice being able to do something like that. Right? That's the cool part. Wait, why does it not work? Brian, thank you for the sub. You know what? This video is brought to you by Big Joe Mammoth and Bad Habit 99. Thank you for being farm barons. We are using today a brand new mod that came out with this root crop harvester. I was talking about it a little bit in the intro, but let me show you the mod here. Oh, shoot. You know, if your keyboard has a lock screen button, it's almost guaranteed you're going to hit it multiple times during a live stream. All right, we got the D-Wolf Quattro Vegetable Harvester, $420,000, 17,800 Letri storage capacity. Right, here it is. Here it is in action. It's, in my opinion, the harvester we should have gotten in FS22's premium expansion, and the harvester we should have in FS25. Because you know what? In single player, this works a hell of a lot better than the base game one that has no capacity and where you have to, you know, follow along with a trailer. And I looked this thing up, it's like legit. It's real. Right? So this isn't like a fantasy thing. So let's just go ahead and lead in with, well, let's lead in with the changelog. Farming Simulator 1.4 update has dropped today. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the changelog. Allow starting the game with some GPUs that only support DirectX 11, Feature 11, i.e. GeForce 700 series. So it's interesting they've added support for 700 series GeForce GPUs when it's below the minimum spec. but you know, they're saying it will still probably work if you dial everything back enough. Disabled poplar being destructed when driving over it. You know what? That was something that I experienced in my poplar video that we released, I think, over the weekend. Was that I was definitely having a little bit of crop destruction as I was trying to harvest that. Let's shut this thing down and bring the changelog back up. Fixed, gone, but not for cotton achievement. I would rather other things be fixed than these. Fixed trailer fill limit reached icon for trailers not being reliably shown. Fixed beetroot displays on belt systems. Fixed clip distance mismatch on large windrow. Fixed color selection on certain headers. Fixed cut ravaged trees not being saved properly. Fixed deletion of weeds with dynamic husbandries. Fixed effect particle effects being displayed too dark. Fixed guidance steering working with the Dino 2 sprayer. Fixed landscaping delay. Fixed mission deadwood trees being somewhat outside the border of the map. Fixed mission planting soybeans spawning with incompatible machinery. Fixed missions for fieldwork not progressing in some cases. Fixed mod filter for crossplay refreshing wrong mod. Fixed terrain paintbrush not having option to switch to round shape. Fixed texture flicking issue on silo. Fixed various placeables with configuring solar panel not giving you income. Fixed weeder wheels destroying crops. Fixed winch sink with more than 3 trees. Riverview Springs specifically. Well, you can no longer hear bees when you're in the vehicle. Bhutan Pantai fixed inability to place buildings so farmland 60. Zilanka added additional splines for go-to AI workers. Well, I have to tell you, a lot of these fixes I didn't even know were broke, and a lot of these fixes seem to be like little nitpicky things, you know, like you're just kind of tweaking. There's a lot of broken stuff still. I wish they'd have fixed the real broken stuff than some of these other things, but hey, whatever. Major improvement towards game stability. I haven't had any issues, but you know what? That's good. Improved graphics setting menu. Now this is nice. We're going to jump back to this here in a little bit because they did a good job cleaning this up, making some sections. Kind of ironic that I was getting ready to do a graphics video, maybe as early as this weekend or next. So that'll be nice. Improved check to fill water trailers on small water sources. Improved forestry mulchers. Removing stumps. I've heard you all have issues with removing stumps. Supposedly that's better. Improved guidance steering line visualization. I haven't seen any changes. Improved wave simulation on rice fields. Increased fill speed for water tank. Increased height of sawmill unloading for high trailers. Remove lime station pipe collision for high trailers. Tweak steering sensitivity on controllers. Limited amount of straw buffered in combines to avoid large dumps when leaving a blocked area. Improved performance on various foliage. Various improvements for field AI workers. Various improvements for go-to workers. Localization fixes and improvements. Various visual adjustments on several machines. New things. Massey Ferguson, Prime, Twine, and NetWrap are now available. John Deere wheel weight support to Ground King and TM1000 wheels. Graphics setting to control foliage LOD distance. This is set to 125 by default. You can crank it up to 200. That's what I did. We'll show that off later. Visible check mark to download mods from the Mod Hub. Added shallow water simulation for placeables so that it simulates water in things like pools or water troughs or buckets, whatever. That's going to be cool. And then, of course, you may experience stuttering, so do run around the map a little bit once you load in if you're having any frame issues. Oh, I wish I could make it brighter. Folks, I wish I could make this brighter. I'm sorry. Time got away from me, and before I realized it, we were running at like 4x speed. Oh, the Game Awards. I watched those last year. they frustrated me because I felt they were too much. Like every 5 minutes we were watching a 10-minute video on some game coming up. It wasn't more like Game Awards. It was more like a show on what's coming up. And then of course people got like 20 seconds to accept the award, which was a little ridiculous. What's up, Midwest Farmer? How's it going? Oh, that's good to hear. Good to hear. I couldn't get GPS to give me the lines in the right direction. So we're stuck doing it this way. I mean, the update didn't fix much of anything that I saw was broke. So I'm a little disappointed in the update myself. But from what I hear, other people are happy with it. So as long as it fixed other people's stuff. Doing that again, David, I didn't have that issue in 1.3. 1.3, it was acting that way for me. Tell you what, I'm really waiting on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That looks super cool. It's already gold as far as I know. Oh, well, I thought you said it's doing it again like it didn't do it before. Well, Chad, that was supposedly fixed. With some placeables not giving us money. So yeah, I'm trying to get this to give me lines in the direction I want them in, but all it does is it wants to make it go that way, but I don't want to go that way. And according to this mini map, I'm not going that way. I'm going, I don't know. See, if I rotate it this way and say, okay, it didn't, right? It didn't do anything. See, nothing. See, reset. Nothing. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, we'll just do it manually. Not that big of a deal. What's up, Charlie Farmer? Robert, how you doing? I said sorry about it being so dark. The time got away from me. Let's see, maybe. Tell you what I struggle with. I struggle with walking in the lane, and then so many things cause the lane to be unlocked. Like, the harvester fills up. Well, then it's like it's unlocked. I go to drive off, and then I don't pay attention, and it's veering off left or right. If you back up, if you lock it, you back up a little bit, it unlocks it. If you try to engage it while you're still reversing, it doesn't engage it. It's like, oh my gosh, just do what I tell you to do. I know on the mouse you have to hold the button down. Maybe you have to hold X down. And then release it when you're ready. I don't know, that's just a guess. What's up, Avery? Yeah, I don't know then. I want to know if Larian gets the community support award or whatever it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, this thing's almost full. I didn't even realize it. Well, I mean, we thought Starfield was cool looking too. Did I turn that off? No, it's not turned off. Why can't I enter you? There we go. Well, I took issue with the lack of any real tutorial, and I didn't have time to try to figure out the stupid thing without any help. When the game doesn't tell you how to do anything, alright, let's go. Go make our way over the sell point. We're at 28% already. But I'm kind of excited for Path of Exiles 2. Talked about that the other day. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is exciting. Been watching some of that, some of the dev videos on that last couple of days. Things look really good on that. And then we've got a whole new update coming to Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to introduce 12 new subclasses. So we're actually getting the we're trying to get the multiplayer band back together to do at least a run. To do a run before that happens and maybe a run after with the new subclasses. So the bot doesn't like when you don't put a space after your punctuation. So if you have two words and then a period in between, it thinks you try to put a link. So make sure you put a space after your period. They run into everything. So this map is going to be released who knows when. There's no set date. It is currently in testing with some private testers. I do know that it needs an update with respect to swapping out all the forest trees for different trees. And then it's got to go to Giants for testing. And then once it clears testing, right, then it'll be out. I would expect the map author is intending on getting this sent to Giants before they shut down for the holiday, just to get it ahead of the flood of mods that will come in over their holiday break. But I don't know that for a fact, and nobody really knows how far behind they are now with respect to mod submissions, now that they don't have the mod testing thread anymore. So what that means is it's a giant question mark. But if I were to venture a guess, I would say at the earliest, mid-January. I don't follow anybody, so I know nothing about anything unless it comes out of Giants' press release. I deliberately do not follow anyone on any social networks related to Farm Sim. So my only guess would be to try to find the specific math author on Facebook or some other social media network and just follow them and see if they put any information up. They're going to be taking a holiday probably, well, according to some pretty good information, the office is shutting down the week of Christmas. And then individuals may have more or less time that they take. But at a minimum, they're going to be closed down that week. What's up, Professor of Logic? How's it going? We've taken out a big parsnip contract here on field 28. A 5.85 hectare field. Going to get us $24,000. I want to try out this new veg harvester that actually has storage capacity. Brian, it depends what you call major. We ran through the changelog earlier. I felt like it was a whole bunch of small fixes myself, but I haven't had any of the issues that was fixed. So, right, if you don't have the issues, then the things that are being fixed feel like trivial things. Whereas things that you do have issues with aren't fixed yet, well, those feel a bit more serious. We did get a LOD adjustment for foliage that we can now adjust. They reorganized the advanced graphics settings menu. I'm going to shielding that off here in a little bit. So they've better segmented things, they better compartmentalize certain things. And if some things are turned off, then other menus are just grayed out until you enable them and things. So, I mean, the patch feels like it's a refinement patch. Like, let's make some subtle refinements. But, you know, there's a whole lot more that could be done, I feel like. Like, I've got 8 bug reports. And those bug reports have been in a varying amount of time. But some of them are basically like a month old at this point. They're all still new. From what I understand, for example, the The stones on Riverbend Springs are still unpickupable. They did mention the turning was changed. So here are the exact wording. Tweaked steering sensitivity on gamepads introduced with 1.3 and increased available steering range or increased available setting range. So that's probably something that's worth checking out if you're on a controller and we're having issues. You know what? You can pick up Outer Worlds right now, free. If you're an Amazon Prime customer, through Amazon Prime Gaming. I remember that from the other day. So we're going to look at the settings here in a couple minutes. Yeah, I think I ran into that paint shape problem. Because I'm pretty sure I tried to go to a round brush at certain times and I couldn't. But it's one of those things that's like, it's not working. I'm going to go figure something else out. Speaking of painting, there's a really cool mod drop today. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. It basically allows you to paint any ground texture that's available on the map. So you know how with some mod maps in FS22, we only had the default ground textures that we could paint. But the map author used a whole bunch of other textures when they built the map. Well, now you install that mod, you get access to every ground texture that was in the map, regardless if they had set it to be able to be paintable or not. So at that point, you can really blend things in, right? You can do things. So I thought that was a pretty cool mod. I expect that is a PC only one. There's a couple more that I saw today that I thought were interesting. What's up, Wasim? How's it going? So when we get this full, we'll save, we'll exit out, we'll take a look at some of the menus, and come back in. And then hopefully the audio is a little better mixed tonight. Apparently on Thursday the background music was a little bit annoying or high. All right, let's save this and get back out. Options, display, grant advanced, right? So this is new. Foliage LOD, right? The default was 125 or 120. And you're going to adjust it all the way up to 200. But things are more organized. Like render quality section. Right, so here we have all of that. Light quality. Just general settings. Post-process aliasing. Right, so if DLNA is enabled, multi-sample aliasing, it doesn't exist. Right, so it's grayed out. And you can see as I toggle different things up here, things down here change. Scaling off, right? But if I turn scaling on, then some of these things change. So I just overall thought this was a better organization to this setting. Where we have I guess the other setting is in game. The steering. Yep, we are in America. So it is 8:45 here. So the steering. Steer back speed, steering sensitivity. So steering sensitivity can go up to 300 now. So I guess that's the other change. What's up, JH Modding? How's it going? Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here, people. Try to get that 34% up more. Grizz, why has your wheel been driving you crazy? Or does it have too big of a dead zone? Is that the issue? I mean, I wouldn't think the steering settings would have affected a wheel. Although the default dead zone on Front Giants is just ridiculous. So if you've never adjusted the dead zone down, right, you'll get so much better enjoyment if you turn that dead zone down from the default 14% to something like 1 or 2. Well, thank you, Wazim. They're up 36%. Yeah, make sure your dead zone isn't like something silly big. And also make sure you plug your... Yeah, if you unplug your wheel for any reason, make sure you plug it back in the same port. Otherwise, your PC might recognize it as a different thing. And then your dead zone's back to 14. Like I'll go from wheel to keyboard. I probably would turn that up a little more. I don't know. Maybe if I turn it down. I don't know, you get your settings and then you get kind of comfortable with them. And then they go and change something, then it really can turn you up, right? You're like, what's wrong? Why can't I drive anymore? Well, I mean, probably, yeah. As far as ATS, they just dropped. What did they drop? Arkansas? Not too much longer ago. Yeah, I like the Riverview Springs, Riverbend Springs too. I need to move this out of the way. So, I would expect the next ATS map to drop, or state to drop, probably in March, maybe April. See, I engaged that while I was still backing up. And as a result, it engaged and disengaged right away. Kind of annoying. Yeah, Brian, it's a nice map, right? This is Riverview. It is a map that has been out for many, many different versions of Farm Sim. I think it is, at its heart, the base map of like Farm Sim 11 at its heart, and then has been made into a mod map of various types ever since. What's up, Vader? What is up, Delilah? All right, you heading off to lunch? Have a good rest of your day. I mean, I do like the moon, right? The nighttime sky, the stars. They really have added a lot. I find the duals tractors don't have as good a turning radius, in my opinion. So I tend to avoid them as much as I can. All right, Vader, catch you later. And honestly, on this map, you're going to want some pretty good... you're going to want some pretty good agility, because a lot of these roads are narrow. Now, of course, this tractor, or this harvester's got one giant rear wheel. And a set of tracks. Has anyone been playing long enough for a single session to see the ground deformation? Go away. Like, other than the fact that the deformation um, goes away when you exit and come back in. I've not seen an instance where the deformation kind of goes away in the session, which is kind of what we thought it would do. But I like, you know, tires, the dirt that gets accumulated in there now. A lot of really good details. All right, off we go. Well, Chad, I think that means it's been implemented right. Like, if you didn't even think about it, it's just there, right? Then it's implemented probably right. What's up, V Games? How are you doing? What's up, Wisconsin Outdoors? With the game update, make sure you go and update your servers. That way you can connect back to them when you want to. After the 1.4 update. With Pocket Host, it's as easy as turning the server off and turning it back on, or basically hitting restart, and it will do the update next time it turns on. There we go. All right, we're just going to work our way across the field at this point and see if we can't speed up our getting this contract done. What were they? I mean, it was, you know, first thing I think when I hear about random game crashes was anybody doing forestry? Forestry has crashed more games than I care to admit. Beyond that, I don't know. I've never had a crash in 25 at this point. And my only crashes in 22 were related to people trying to do forestry on a server. It's good to see Larry and getting the reward 1 year later for community support. My kid was into Helldivers too quite a bit. I think I don't know, I think he just got out of it. I didn't try to do that. Well, no, I didn't try to do the helper. Because this thing doesn't like hills so well. So you gotta kind of be careful how you take any incline. The front doesn't bend as much as I'd like to see it. It doesn't flex with the ground as well, which can leave the tracks up in the air. I mean, is it, I mean, you got mods there? I don't know. Why are you not unloading? Which map? I mean, they mentioned in the 1.4 that they improved game stability. So, I don't know. I mean, you can always report it to feedback.giants-software.com. They include, well, you don't have a save game. I guess autosave wasn't on. But I've said before, an unreported bug never gets fixed. So I would suggest reporting it and seeing what comes out of it. Secret level? Sounds interesting. Well, I do have fuel usage probably set to high. Yeah. So I could change that to low or medium normal. I'll have to check it out. I just got done rewatching Star Trek Enterprise, all 4 seasons. I don't think I ever finished the show up till now. Now I'm going back and now I'm watching I guess the current season of Lower Decks. I like that show, it's funny. Alright, now we gotta navigate these narrow roads. I don't know when that's gonna be. Probably a while. Have they started filming it? I mean, they need to milk season 1 for as much as they can, right? If I were to guess, I would say fall. Well, Lone Panther, I've got 8 of them in. They're all sitting in new. So you're not the only one there. That's for sure. Well, I think they're up to, let's see. So my first report was on November 9th. And it was report number 16,178. My most recent report, which was earlier this week, was 25,967. Right, so nearly 10,000 reports, tickets, whatever you want to call them. So a lot of those are probably duplicates. And unless you're really ramped up and ready to take on thousands of bug reports in very short order time frame, it can get overwhelming pretty quick. So it's just a matter of time and everything, and trying to be patient. And remembering, right, we got a good 3 years. We got a 3-year run out of this, so at a minimum. And is it happy? Is it happy Farm Sim release day? I feel like it's happy Farm Sim release day. It is November 12th, right? So we've been out a month. 2 patches. So I think if you look at it in that light, they're not doing too terrible bad. 2 patches, a month being out. Are there things that still need fixed? Sure. But given the fact that we are, you know, going into the end of the year, Christmas, New Year's, you know, things are going to be slowing down significantly. Yeah, and you know, there's other things out there. So, I mean, you know, there's people that I'm not going to play Farm Sim for 6 months so that it becomes playable. Well, I don't think it's unplayable right now. There's a few little annoying things here and there. The manure thing is probably, for me, the most annoying. To some degree, the prices screen isn't always directly reflecting the actual sell price. Like, you can go and sell your crop somewhere and get more money than what's listed on the prices screen for that crop at that sell point. So it's like, what's up with that? It's not hurting anything. You're getting more money than you thought you would get. But, you know, if you want to go and jump to a different game and come back later, that's fine. We'll be here. I'll be here. We'll all have fun. I'm busy putting content together to have a nice back catalog of help videos, because as history has shown, there will be people that will be getting the game for Christmas. There will be people that will be picking it up over the holiday break that'll be new to the game. There's going to be people picking the game up every day, brand new, for the next 3 years. So for me, it's important to have that full back catalog of helpful information, and then we can start working on other things. Lock that in there and off we go. I mean, like it's a glowing light. Are you on PlayStation? I saw a CLP video about that. I didn't watch it, but I saw it. What was the deal with that? Yeah, the flickering, that was fixed the first update. That was great. You know, what ultimately caused the flickering, I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows other than Giants, and they probably haven't bothered to tell anybody. I think performance overall has been really good. I'm even able to play this on a Windows handheld. You know, it runs great on a Steam Deck. I think honestly, if it's not running good for you, then you've got some weird thing going on with your settings, probably. Now, I would like to have seen more done with the premium expansion crops and the new crops added to the game, like with animals, like carrots, parsnips, red beets. They were added to horses. With the premium expansion, they've been taken out of horses. They were added to pigs. They were taken out of pigs at this point. You mean the Italian guys? Well, they're working. Well, they said they were going to be expanding the last map that they did for 25. So I'd assume that that's still in the works. Alright, let's go dump this again. Yield isn't crazy on these. Oh. Any idea what that light was? Is it now fixed, or do you still have to do that? And then I heard something today about water reflections aren't there in PlayStation. I mean, I built them all out. I think they require a whole lot of material. And by the time you have the ability to make all that material, you probably don't need to build a house. I mean, it'd be kind of nice with the log cabin if all you had to do was deliver logs. Took a bad bump. I am looking forward to seeing the first buildable mod building. Yeah, but Outlaw, I think they combined a bunch of assets into groups. Possibly to cut down on what you have to sell. But as a result, right, you sell one thing and then like 4 or 5 things go away. And maybe you didn't want the fence to go away. Your only option is to open it up in Giants Editor if you're on PC and try to split things out. And hope you don't end up breaking it. I mean, it's a lot of construction materials. I know the menu now shows you what you have to deliver, but it doesn't tell you how much you have to deliver of them, and it's a lot. I mean, for a lot of them, you're going to need a fully functional sawmill, you're going to need a fully functional concrete factory, you're going to need furniture, so you're going to need a functional carpentry shop. I was gonna say, I think I passed my field. It's right there. There we go. That's not what I wanted to be in. If it's the harvesters are rocking, don't come and knocking. Temple does. Takes 8 years. Pretty sure that's what I came up with. I thought the pirate ship took a long time, and that was 3 years. see. No, it's just what's needed, not how much of what's needed. Right, but the log cabin, we got planks, furniture, prefables, cement bags, beams, and long planks, regular planks, whatever. So you need a fully functional sawmill, you need the cement factory and the carpentry factory. This one's from the cement factory. Cement, right? Sawmill, carpentry. Yeah, the pirate ship's fun to watch get built out. I saw Sealy P's video on the carriage. The carriage didn't seem like it gave you any real money. It didn't seem like it was worthwhile doing at all. But from what you were saying, the toys, the wooden toys, they pay out good. So it'll be fun seeing mod maps get created that implement those features as well. I have no idea how we're at 49%. Somehow we're at 49% with this. I didn't think it was going to take all night. Classic, famous last words, right? It's almost like two different developers did the buildables. You know, one developer did the carriage, one developer did the playground toys. And as such, one is massively profitable. The other one is like, blah, why should I even bother? I mean, it's that way with some of these productions, too. Some of the productions are like, yeah, it's definitely worthwhile doing. Other productions, it's like, no. Or it's even a loss leader. You can make more money by selling the raw goods than producing anything with it. I think that's what we demonstrate in a cotton video that's coming up, where you can make a little bit more money selling fabric for your cotton. You lose money if you go and make clothing with your cotton. You might as well just sell the cotton direct. Oh, I thought CLP played on easy economy. He was getting like, oh shoot, is that still running? Oh no, this is turned off now. Yeah, we got silage bales. All right, this is turned off because we exited and came back. I thought CLP played on easy economy, but he was like getting something like 100,000, 99,000. But then again, maybe the price varies. I don't know. Maybe carriages have variable pricing. But they're not, right? They're not here, right? You don't get a carriage or a playground thing here. It is a couple game years. I think he fast forwarded. I don't know how many months he fast forwarded. I watched that video like, what is it, Thursday? Maybe it was over the weekend. Maybe it was last week. Hell, it might have been Tuesday for all I know. $7 months. Okay. Well, how long did it take for the toys? So every month you get a toy out, and the toys don't seem like they take all that much input. Because I know Chad's playing legit. Like, not cheating any money in or anything, and he's trying to get worked up to the big spinach harvester and pea harvesters and all that. Of the new crop, spinach is where it's at. That's the big money. But bigger money if you go with poplar. I don't know if I'm going to find anything that's more profitable than that. Especially without involving production. Because there's no production that takes wood chips as an input. And they don't take that much product. At least I didn't think they took that much product. It's more than a year. In 25, it's more than a year. It's like a year and a half. Liquid, do you mean it should as in it should? Like you think it does? Or it should as in realistically it should because it's simply taking logs and chipping them and then making pulp out of them? Alright, let's go and sell another load. There we go. I thought I was missing some chats. Well, Lone Panther, that's the story with scripts. And you thank Microsoft and Sony for that. In order for scripts to come to console, Giants has to implement them in the game and then do an update, right? Such that the scripts are part of the game code and the mod just activates the script. I mean, I'm all for equality on gameplay. But Sony and Microsoft don't want to risk suffering the bad performance that maybe a bad script would bring. What did I get hung up on? Come on. Because, you know, I looked at this production chain slide that Giants provided us, right? And there's no, right, wood chips. There's no line going out from wood chips to anywhere. Right, there should have been a line that went over here and down to the paper factory. Or over here and down to carpentry. Or even wood chips within the sawmill again to make plywood. You know, that would have been nice. Nope. Nope. Yeah, Sony and Microsoft don't want to risk a player having a bad gaming experience. And well, random scripts running on their platforms is probably terrifying to them. But I was a little surprised at how much longer Poplar took to get ready to harvest. I wonder now if trees take longer to grow than they did in 22. So, did you know something I learned today? Did you know that a almond and a peach are like kissing cousins on the food scale? I didn't know that. They're like in the same family or something somehow. Yeah, I was hoping to see fruit trees. Because we had the olive trees, right? I felt like we had a lot of things in place to do that. But we still have an opportunity for expansions. Right? What do we think? What do we think will be in the year 1 expansion? Right, we got a new map. It's pretty much going to be a UK map, Irish map. But what do we think will be, you know, with that? I mean, I hope it's not even more brass equipment. That wouldn't be cool. And then we have the DLCs coming. Right, where the first DLC is probably March time frame. So here's that. Right, innovative machinery. Wonder what that could be. Performance on plains and prairies. Stars align, but that's like a tire. A gear. I don't know. And then new map, right? So quarter one. That's the first 3 months of March of 2025. Right? January, February, March is this. June time frame. May, June time frame. September time frame. August, and then November. Oh yeah, so like the tree planter, right? It was reported that that one tree planter caused trees to go away. This one apparently doesn't have that issue. I wonder if that was fixed. I don't recall reading anything in the changelog about it. Yeah, I noticed that the other day. Mike, I noticed that. You mean that? Is that what you mean? I don't know, Scooter. I mean, maybe I'm so not into forestry that I block it out. Like, that would be funny in my idea. Did they have, Raz, did they have more trailers than they gave out awards? That's the question I've got. So I wonder if is it like up here too? Yeah, it's up here too. I guess it's just saying it holds a crop as opposed to like your cedars. So you mean like that? There you go. That's different. Looking here, they don't have, like, here's the big icon overview. They don't have that icon anywhere. Sorghum swamp. What? Well, what is that? Wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybeans. Wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybeans. Where did it go? Oh, I closed it. Sorghum swamp. Wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybean. So I had somebody in the sorghum video comment about the MacDon and the swath bonus, and I was like, it doesn't swath sorghum. Well, it doesn't. But there's an icon there. Now they did say that swathing was a base game feature, just that the MacDon pack was paid. So in theory, modders can create swathers for all platforms because it's a base game feature. And at that point, then it looks like they've laid the groundwork to have sorghum swathing, even though the MacDon doesn't. That's what it seems like to me, at least. I've noticed that white thing At least with 1.3. I'd have to go back and look at it for 1.2. What's up, GoldenEye? Well, folks, I seriously did not think that this would take this long. But I have to say that I need to shut her down for the night. I gotta go to work tomorrow. And I got a couple other things I need to get done tonight before I do that. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow night, Friday night, we're going to be streaming Wreckfest over on our second channel, FK's Funhouse. So in chat, I'm going to put a link up here. And if you want to just come and hang out and watch a bunch of people doing stupid stuff in Wreckfest, crashing each other, basically getting all of our frustrations out for the work week, it's an excellent time to come and hang out over on the second channel. We're also going to be doing ATS on Sunday night over at the second channel. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming Saturday night or not on that channel. We've kind of holding that slot open for a Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer playthrough. But we can't start it this week due to one of our players having previous commitments. So we're going to have to hold off for a week on that. But at any rate, check out that channel if you haven't seen it. And until next time, happy farming.